Hello again. First, I want to send out some love to the universe from the heart chakra, from the green ray chakra. This is part two of my theory of source. And I'm gonna talk about the creative force of love, why we have creation as we know it, um, and also like what I like to call the primordial Big Bang, or the eternal, never-ending sound, the eternal, never-ending tone that set everything off, that shapes the photon, which comes from light, and light uh, comes from love, from the creative force, which comes from source. So source is just sitting here, just idle, just potentiality, sitting idle, just all this potentiality, all this potential, all this potentiality, just sitting there, doing nothing, but in complete bliss, but doing nothing, just sitting. Source has to experience itself. So that's where creation comes from. Source experiencing itself. That's where each individual comes from. We are all source. We are all one. We just distorted to seem as many. Trillions and trillions of life on top of trillions of distortions of individual souls. All the way down from first density, second density, the third density, and I get into that more later. But first density, like single cell organisms, things of that nature, all the way up to high density beings, like 6 and 7 density beings, our higher self, our oversouls, angelic beings. This all comes from source. We are all one. Now we are in the physical, the material, which we are in the third density, but we are evolving. We're really coming into I want to say the fourth density, because we are evolving. And once we get into the fourth density fully, then that's when manifesting things for ourselves come into play. But I'm not gonna get on that right now. Right now, I'm gonna stick to talking about source. And while we are in these bodies, these physical bodies, these bodies are vehicles for our souls to for a source to experience life in the physical. And these bodies are temporary, but we are multi-dimensional beings that knows no death, no birth or death. And these bodies are temporary, but the source had to experience itself. So everything is simultaneous. Everything is all at once. Everything is here and now. This is outside of the concept of time. You got to think outside of the concept of time. You get the primordial Big Bang, that sets it off. From that, you get light and a primordial Big Bang. And my theory is it's all simultaneous at once. From light comes from source. Light is a particle and a wave. And from that, you have the photon. And the photon travels along like as a wave with the wave, because light is a particle and a wave. And that primordial eternal sound, the tone, the Big Bang, what we call the Big Bang, the tone, shapes the photon into material, solid material, or material. And that's how you get the planets. That's how you get the logos. The logos are the planets, the souls of the planets. The soul starts with the sun. Then the sun is the logos. Everything is a creator. From the sun, do you get the planets? The planets come after the sun. The sun uses creative forces in the process of the creation of planets, and then from the planets come life, beings, and eventually our bodies get to a point where, well, all things, in my theory, I believe all things have souls, but you get to a point of self-awareness. That self-awareness is third density, and that's when you realize it's not just you, there's other selves. Other selves are other people. But this all comes from the source experiencing itself, all simultaneous. Everything is all at once. Everything is done. Everything is done. Everything is complete. We are just going through the motions of experiencing something that's already done. And we all are multidimensional. We all have a higher self. Um, and again, all of this comes from source, and it's all simultaneous. The simultaneous Big Bang, the eternal tone that that lasts forever, that shapes reality, that shapes the life, that shapes the light, the photon into material. And so, and from the light travels from source, and it constantly spreads. The light constantly spreads. The light don't stop, and the photons don't stop. And that tone, that primordial Big Bang, that tone constantly shapes the photons into material. That's why they say the universe is expanding. You notice they said it keeps expanding. Things seem like planets are growing apart. It's expanding. No, it's evolving because that light don't stop. That creative light don't stop. That photon don't stop forming into more material. And that tone, that primordial Big Bang, that tone doesn't stop shaping the photon into new material. Everything is here and now. Everything is forever. Everything is outside the concept of time. But like I said in my previous video, time is a dimension. It's a territory. It's a tool that we use to measure change. Well, that's it for me right now. That's it for today. That's all of my time for today. Again, I send out love to the universe, and see you next time.